Hey everybody, I'm coming to you with my first ever Let's Talk Tuesday video. And Let's Talk Tuesday is going to be a bi-weekly video which deals with a concept or a theme where I can better communicate with you my perspective and philosophy. So I sit here in my apartment in Brooklyn, and I want to talk this week about forgiveness in the wake of September 11th and honoring this tragedy that descended upon our country 16 years ago. And not that forgiveness takes away any of the pain of that event, but I thought that it would be relevant to speak about this concept at this time, which is so important to our healing in all facets of our lives. So forgiveness, there's so much to say about it. Forgiveness, from my perspective, is really an important step to our own liberation, to our own freedom. Forgiveness is a process that we undergo to free ourselves from things that we hold on to, from pain that we hold on to, from expectation, from hurt, from loss, from grief, from anger. And it's not easy and it's not simple. It's really complex and dynamic, the process of forgiveness. It's really a process that takes time. And when something happens and when we hold on to it, when there is resentment in our hearts, or anger, or grief, or any of those emotions, especially anger or resentment, we really just make ourselves suffer. So the person, place, or thing that created that feeling in the first place might be living their lives completely unaffected by our own resentment or anger towards the situation. So when we experience that, when we experience any of these painful emotions, they affect us. They affect our bodies. They affect how we look at ourselves, how we look at life. And so forgiveness is really a process of working through that. As the Buddha is quoted to have said this. I don't know if the Buddha really did, but holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So when we hold on to things like anger and resentment, they really eat us up inside. They burn us up, and they cause tension within us that really doesn't affect the other person, the place, or thing that you're holding it against. It really actually draws you closer to that person, place, or thing because you're carrying it in your own heart. So I think there's a lot of steps to forgiveness. I think first and foremost is honoring all of the emotions that arise. So honoring the anger, honoring the resentment, honoring the grief, honoring the shame, the guilt, whatever is coming up around the situation. And then there are certain things we can do. And I wanted to share with you a practice so that you can have something tangible to do at home. So I think one of the most important pieces to forgiveness is to taking a person, place, or thing off of a pedestal. So analyzing our expectations around the person, place, or thing. So for our parents, for instance, we place them on this pedestal. We think they are our superheroes, right? Mom is invincible. Dad is this superhero. They are supposed to do X, Y, and Z. They're supposed to care for us and take care of us and support us and nurture us and make us feel safe. And when they don't, we feel all sorts of things. All sorts of things come up that we hold on to. That, again, is the poison that dictates basically how we perceive the events in our lives and how we perceive ourselves. So when we take our parents off a pedestal, in this example, we realize that they're human. We recognize them for their base humanness, that they too had parents, have parents who did X, Y, and Z to them, that they too have experienced whatever they've experienced in their lives that makes them just as human as we are. So, for this exercise, I want us to sit and first take a deep breath. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And exhale completely. And just take your hands to your heart, right hand on the heart, left hand on top of that. And breathing through the hands into the heart center, awakening the fire of the heart. This beautiful light of the heart, generating warmth and awareness. And you can take your hands down and gently open up your eyes. And I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pen. And the first thing that you're going to write is, I want you to vocalize, express, get out all of those painful emotions, the anger, resentment, the whatever you need to get out. Write it down, get it out, journal it, express it. It's your birthright to express yourself fully. Once you do that, I want you to take however much time you need. I want you to then take a deep breath and write a response from them, from the person, place, or thing, to your experience, to your emotions. So a response is their perspective. I want you to write, put yourself inside their shoes and write from their perspective. And then I want you to write from your perspective, your expectation. So what are the expectations that you have put on this person? Mom, I expected you to be the ultimate caretaker, to be the one who always supports me, who shows up on time, all the time, whatever it is. The expectation, the ideas you have put on mom, dad, whoever, whatever. And then I want you to take a deep breath. And then I want you to write from their perspective. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you in this way. I am a human. This is what my life was like growing up. This is what it was like in my household with my mother, with my parents. I did this for this reason. I'm only human, whatever it is. Just imagine, if you can, the situation from the person, place, or thing's perspective. And then I want you to invite, so really take your time with that it's a heavy practice, it's a heavy concept, there's so much tied into it, and I don't want you to think that I am in any way suggesting otherwise. I actually even feel heavy just holding space for the idea of this happening for you. So I'm here with you and I completely understand. And so take time to do that, however much time you need. And then I want you to take into your awareness, you can place your hands back on your heart and take into your awareness the person, place, or thing. And bring that person, place, or thing into the heart, into your heart center, into this warm, safe space that you've created in your consciousness. Try and bring that back into your awareness. And then a really beautiful part is send out through your heart towards them this pink, crystalline, translucent, healing light. See the person, place, or thing and send out that light and bathe them in that light. Kind of wrap it all around them. all around them. And if for you, you're not there yet, then you can do that at a later time. If for you it takes 5 times to go through all of the writing to get to a point where you want to do this, then that's fine. Whenever you're ready, though, you can invite them in and bathe them in this pink crystalline healing light, this love, this unconditional Mother Mary sort of all-encompassing divine love, divine understanding and compassion. You can bathe them in this and just hold them there. In your consciousness, just hold them there. Hold them there. And then say whatever it is you need to say. Maybe give them a hug or a little bow and send them on their way. And kind of hold your heart and close it back. Not close it, but close out the time. Your heart's always open, but close out the time and then open your eyes. And then maybe even go back to the piece of paper and journal how you feel. And this is really something that it takes so much time, depending on how deep the wound is or how much pain there is surrounding it. And it's something that we continue to come back to, right? Especially when it's someone who's so close to us or something that's so close to us. It's not, we don't just do it and it's over. We do it, we live life, we realize we're still holding on, and then we come back to it. And we do it, and we live life, and we realize we're still holding on, and we come back to it. And it's a process, and it's a practice. And we have compassion for ourselves that it takes this time. And I just want you to notice as you do this how you begin to feel. If there's maybe a space within you that feels a little bit lighter, that feels a little bit more liberated, that's releasing that poison that the Buddha or whoever it was truly that quoted that's spoken of. So that to me really encompasses forgiveness in a practical and a tangible sense. And maybe there's even, as you're journaling, there's a part of you just need to get out some emotion. Maybe you even need to take out a pillow and just hit it. Maybe you need to do that. There's no judgment here. There's no shame. Do what you feel compelled to do. Do what your body needs. And that's really what I have to say about that. I'm here for you. I feel you. I really hold space for you. And if you have any questions or anything comes up or any feedback or you just want to dialogue about this a little bit more in a safe space, please feel free to message me, email me, call me, and I'm here to support you. And I fully believe in your healing and in your beautiful, beautiful unfolding. So thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I see you. Sat Nam.